So it's truly an honor to stand here today to introduce this year's Distinguished Service Award recipient. Someone whose impact on students, educators, and our entire STEM community is measurable. The Distinguished Service Award recognizes individuals who give freely of their time and talent for the betterment of our community. It honors someone who has demonstrated exceptional dedication and, more importantly, passion for advancing engineering and allied professions without any expectation of financial reward. These are people who don't settle for less. They simply do more. They do more when no one's watching, and they do more to prepare others for success. This moment is especially meaningful for me because I was part of that first generation of MESA students back in 1992 when I was in 7th grade. And if you're mathing right, that was 34 years ago. MESA was transformative for me. It opened doors, sparked confidence, and shaped the trajectory of my education and career. And today, to be introducing the person who now leads this program for our region feels like something has come full circle. Rosemary Curtin serves as a MESA director, and she has dedicated her career expanding opportunities for students who, like I once was, dreaming big and depending on programs like MESA to help them get there. Her leadership has strengthened partnerships, broadened access, and ensured that thousands of students across our region receive the mentorship, guidance, and encouragement they need to thrive in engineering. There's also beautiful continuity in her story. Back in 2008, if you were looking at those the PowerPoint up there, our 2008 Distinguished Service Award recipient was Mr. Andrew Walters, who was also Rosemary's MESA advisor when she was a student at staff. The legacy of mentorship and service truly comes full circle, from educator to student to a leader. Rosemary embodies everything this award represents: dedication, compassion, impact, and an unwavering commitment to enriching students' lives and futures. On behalf of the San Joaquin Engineers Council, thank you, Rosemary, for always doing more. So please join me in congratulating Rosemary as the 2026 Distinguished Service Award honoree. So I was a writer before I was an engineer, so I'm going to do my best to get through this quickly. As someone who struggled with self-esteem my whole life, I always feel a bit awkward and embarrassed when receiving any kind of recognition, especially when I feel like I'm just operating as normal and advocating for the things I feel strongly about. I'm going to be 40 in less than a month, and I still square up with imposter syndrome every single day. But if there's anything this job taught me, it's to be proud of every part of my story. Something a few of you in this room have heard me say time and time again. Don't worry, I'm not going to go into that novella this time. I've got something better to touch on: community. MESA taught and continues to teach me what that word means. It's not simply the place we live or the people we know, it's a feeling, an aura, a movement. Communities ebb and flow with the tides of change, and they mean something different to us at different stages of our lives. There are many ways to strengthen communities, but the most prevalent one is collaboration. As anyone who knows me, it's one of my favorite words. I wouldn't be standing here today if it wasn't for the amazing network of humans who walk beside me on this journey. My father, Rowan Poblador, the Filipino MacGyver, who gave me the passion for being hands-on and never giving up until I reached the results I seek. My beautiful mother, Rosemary Poblador, who taught me kindness, empathy, loyalty, unwavering strength. There's a lot. My sisters, who taught me patience and how to always be prepared for the unexpected. My academic counselor, Ms. Nagai, from elementary all the way through high school, dealing with my ever-changing career choices and recognizing my potential for engineering and kind of forcing me to choose MESA as an elective. Mr. Walter, as Angelina mentioned, for teaching me what an engineer was. I literally thought that it was the person who drove the train. And he's been actively guiding me through that journey, to this day, and he's the template of everything I look for when I look for a Mesa advisor. Gary Martin, for not letting me quit engineering and introducing me to Abel Fernandez, who made sure I achieved that diploma. Fun fact, my first office when I started working here was Gary's office, the very same office that I went into saying that I was going to switch to business, and he said, no, you're not. He spoke to me in metaphors, which he knew was my love language, and he got me to switch to engineering management. So thank you, Gary, for that. And in that very same office, I also got a few other students to switch to engineering and management instead of going to business, so I continued that. Allison Dumas, she was also a recipient of this award. I would cry on her couch, her super comfy couch, and she provided me with comfort and just the right amount of realism. And now I have my own super comfy couch that students sit on, and it's falling apart. It used to be the co-op couch, but I took it because they were going to throw it away. And now my students will not allow me to get rid of it. It's falling apart. Pieces of it stick to you when you sit on it. My predecessor, Ilana and Patty, for constantly enforcing my abilities and believing in me so much that it taught me how to believe in myself. My daughter and my husband, for teaching me that growth is not linear. And it's more powerful to provide tools for one to find their own path instead of providing them an answer key. Nancy, for helping me see how proud I really am to be me. Jonathan, who wanted me to take this out of my speech, but he worked for Mesa as a student, and he stands beside me now as my coordinator, understanding the chaos of this program, but still continuing to fight that good fight every day for these kids. And all of our Mesa advisors who go to battle every single day to make sure these kids get their best chance out of life they deserve. Okay, I lied. I guess I can't ever not tell my story, even if it's in a truncated format. But there's a reason for that. The community you build is a product of the community that has built you. My community gave me the tools I didn't know I needed to build the life that was always meant for me. I spent a long time wandering, trying to figure out what that was. But because of this ever-growing community, I continue to find the things I'm passionate about. This is what drives me to do what I do for all of those I cross paths with. I want to help others see that the tools that they need to help them find themselves and build their future are with them all along. And for those who need more, I strive to build and grow the community that they need to be able to explore new things so they can gain those extra tools towards their dreams. When I started working for Mesa, I told Ilana that all I wanted to do was make Mesa mean to our students what it means to me. And as I approach my 8th Mesa Day, still equivalently stressed as the first one, I acknowledge that Mesa is not something that can have an SOP. Try telling that to someone with an engineering management degree. I had to break those walls down for this job. Mesa is dynamic. Education is dynamic. The students need us to flow with them because they're not going to be the same students tomorrow that they were yesterday. Engineering is efficiency, but it's also adaptability. By continually practicing our ability to evolve, we are better able to build a future for our youth that can change the world. As I see all of you students today that came and spoke, it's evident that we have that power here in our little town that has all of these things that people say about it, but they don't see the strength in our youth. You guys are incredible. You impress me every day. I hope one day I can grow up to be just like you. So thank you so much for this incredible honor. I can't even begin to describe how grateful I am to be a part of this community, to be standing here today. And lastly, you guys know I can't leave the stage without throwing out an opportunity for my students. If anybody here would be interested in collaborating with Mesa to build an industry mentorship program for our 6th to 12th graders and University of Mesa students, please reach out to me. I have business cards in my pockets, and we're here to help them succeed. Thank you, everybody.